They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders out there. I hope you had a great weekend and an excellent holiday with your family. Hope you made some memories. And most of all, I hope y'all talked about some stock and investing. All right? Hope you made some good plays before the weekend as well. You know, pulled out, got in, whatever. You know, if you're thinking you done pulled up to Wall Street after the holidays, after you got stuffed, and now you're thinking you're going to get some Wall Street information on Monday, you pulled up to the wrong spot. This is the block market. This is HoodMoney investing. Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders out there like myself. I wanted to show you young, you old, you intermediate, you beginner investors and traders, what's going on in the portfolio right now on the block market. We happen to make some plays a couple of weeks ago that look like they are cooking. You know, we're ready to put that thing in the window and let it dry so we can get it out there on the block and flip and make some money. Right now, I wanted to just take a brief moment to talk about GameStop and a couple other plays as well, because GameStop happened to hit its 52-week high. Yes, my beginner investor traders, brothers and sisters out there, yes, GameStop broke past its 52-week high. And it's definitely going to be a lot more interesting once we get the Q3 earnings, and then we have the consoles that have been released. Man, it's going to be good, man. We have the Ryan Cohen letter. We have Mr. Barry. It's so much going on revolving around GameStop right now, people, that, you know, for the ones that counted it out, saying that it was a blockbuster stock, we're looking at $30, you know, without, you know, the squeeze or any of that. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not an investing guru. I'm not a financial advisor. Please, before you get in the stock market, please get some financial advice. You know, do some recon, do whatever you need to do before you get out there on the block. Make sure you're watching out for the jakes, which would be, you know, the algorithm, which would be the brokers, which would be the psychology, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. You know, it's a lot going on before you get into the market, you know, that you have to know about. I'm learning a lot myself. I am still an infant in this game, but guess what? I am falling in love with the process, okay? But like I was saying, GameStop is definitely waiting to cook at the moment, and it's ready, man. You know, we have Nintendo on board with the Cyber Monday. You know, the Switch. It's looking good, man. I don't see, you know, this. I mean, the short term. I mean, in the next 6 months. I mean, I could see $50 a share. I don't think it's going to take that long, but, you know, just like I said, man, we got the console release. We have the Ryan Cohen letter. I mean, right now you have a lot of investors, big investors, that might see the potential in GameStop now that it's getting as much attention that it's getting. People might buy in. It's just so many different things that could happen, you know, without us, you know, knowing about it, and the little things that we do know, you know. It's, oh man, I'm rambling at the moment, you know, but yeah, I want you, young trader, investors, beginners, please check it out. Read that report on Cyber Mondays, that Nintendo, Switch, PS4. It's looking good. That's the only thing I could think of. It's looking good. Did a couple plays, and that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much to say, because at this moment I feel like GameStop is going to show a lot of the naysayers that the potential that it has in the future with Microsoft Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. I just don't see GameStop losing if it revamps, if it pays attention to the consumers with the Power Up Rewards members and everything else that we are bringing to GameStop's attention. I just see GameStop doing fairly well in the future. And if not in the short term, I'll just capitalize off the console cycle and the release of the consoles. And that will be it. And I will move into other positions. You dig? So that's pretty much it. And I know that may not be enough for a lot of you, but that's where, I'm coming from, and that's how I feel about GameStop. There are a lot of other channels that I feel like you beginner investors and traders out there can go check out. Me personally, I read into a stock. I'm not really into all the technicals as far as taking it to heart. I'm kind of heartless when it comes to trading stocks. It's more about psychology for me. The charts are something that I learned, so it helps me understand, so I enjoy that part of learning about the technicals. Now, I wouldn't dismiss the technicals. I love learning about the technicals. It's just that I don't get caught up in it because I've seen a lot of things transpire in the last 2 years where the technicals didn't mean anything. The news didn't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? So, it's more about a psychological thing for me at this point. And I know a lot of you, like I said, that may not be enough. I mean, I may not articulate myself well enough for most of you, and I understand. And I advise you to find someone that you can understand and that can help you, but me personally, that's just how I'm bringing it. I'll check out a stock, like for example with Vail. I understand that it could possibly do, some type of deal, with whatever EV company it sees fit. Tesla, a lot of people are buying into Vail because there's news that, it may potentially, partner up with Tesla. Me, I ended up reading that, there are a bunch of EV companies that could possibly, do some type of partnership or deal with Vail. LCA, for example, Golden Nugget, I made this play last week because for some odd apparent reason, I just feel like with the vid out here, running around and people being a little bit, having a little bit of fear of being outside because of the vid, they might not go out and gamble. So, if it's on your phone or on your computer, it'd be easier for you to do so. So I just feel like, psychologically, if a person don't have to get up and leave their home and they can gamble on their phone or on their computer, I can see that happening. It's no different than DraftKings and everything else, in my opinion. So that's why I made this play. It's just, I felt like with the merger potentially happening and the news that was taking place last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I just thought at that moment that it was a possibility that LCA could jump, and it did. It was $21, but earlier this morning, a bunch of people sold off, which I could have, but I really just believe that it's going to break past 23 or 4 by, next week. That's just my opinion, and then if you don't know, you might want to do your research on nano dimensions. I've tried to explain about it before, just a little bit. I think 3D printing will definitely be helpful in the future for a lot of companies. And they have a patent on their machine as well. It's a lot of different things that they do. It's not just 3D printing, but that's one of the key components to their technology. But and then with Hexos, I just feel like this is having to go up based on, the Democrats right now controlling the information that's going on right now in the news. I just think that Hexo has the potential to, pop before we get this information about who's going to be the president. So I feel like I could probably make a couple dollars off of that. So that's just pretty much my way of looking at things. I got a couple other stocks that I'm looking into. This fuel cell, I ended up catching this low, man, around like 280 something. As you can see, it says the average is 343, and at the moment, with hydrogen, fuel cells, EVs, that market, that's those sectors, they're just booming at the moment. So, there are predictions going around that this is going to reach $25-$30. And that'd be great, because I'll be able to sell 50, possibly, make my money back and some. And just go ahead and let the other 50 just do their thing. So that's my way of looking into some things. And then I shortened my positions and, went and others bought other shares. Right here, AMS, I went and sold 15 shares of that. I sold 2 shares of NEO because it was $7. What else did I do? And I sold my one Sasol, and I grabbed 10 NMDMs and 5 fuel cells. And that's for. I just and I ended up selling a run, which was they merged Sunrun, they merged with Vivian Solar, and it became Sunrun. I ended up selling that stock and used those as well to deepen my positions in NNDM and fuel cell. And then I bought 5 extra Hexos before it went up past $1, which I already had 100 shares. And that's pretty much it, and I'm going to deepen my position in NMDM as much as possible. I'm going to try to get about 150 shares, 200 shares before it pops. So that's just where I'm at, I hope that is enough for some of you out there. But like I tell you, do your own due diligence, do your own research, do your own homework. Yes, I watch YouTube. Yes, I check out other analysts. I read blogs. There's a lot of things that I do, but I also take my time to read articles and information on companies, and then I base my my picks in the stocks that I buy on the psychology of people and the innovation, and how it can be used in society, psychologically, if that makes any sense. So that's pretty much how I utilize the information that that makes me choose the stock that I do. So, excuse me for rambling. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, to HoodMoney Investing. I'm going to do my best to continue, to make good picks, share information. Please, I would advise you if you've I can't advise you to do anything, except make sure that you do your due diligence and do your homework, but if you can, if you have some information, please share, I wouldn't hesitate to share them on. And please, don't be afraid to help other beginners like us, because that's what I plan to do with this page. There are a lot of people out there doubting. Doesn't matter, like Nunnis Nees said, keep those negative comments on there so they can see. So, before we tune out, before I log out, I want to show this. This is just this past week, we're up 24%, and within the month it says we're up 87%. You know, so just earlier, man, 9 o'clock, it was up to 13. It was up to 13, you know. So at the moment, man, I'm just, you know, being patient, and we'll see, you know, because I'm really aiming for after January. I think that's when this will pop a little bit more, and I'll be well over 100%. So that's just my opinion and how I feel based on the decisions and choices that I've made. And I hope that you do your due diligence and make sure you do your homework so that we can all, you know, come up and make the right picks and help each other when it comes to investing. This is Hood Money Investing. Like I said before, if you think this is Wall Street, you made the wrong turn. This is the block market, and I appreciate all you beginner investors and traders out there for tuning in. It's Monday. Hope you had a great day. Let's see what happens tomorrow and for the rest of the week, and we're going to keep on getting this cheese.
They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
After everything we've done for you.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put y'all in the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.